those of us, dear friends, who are members of the conspiratorium, those of us who are a part of this, know the term bread and circuses. It's what we've always known to be the term. We've always called it bread and circuses from the Roman poet Juvenal, 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 and it deals with the distraction and distortion of reality that the emperors and others involved themselves in, where they would put on, gladiator shows and all this other kind of nonsense in order to get people to appreciate that which would take their minds off. They didn't care about anything, which is the Super Bowl and one of the greatest new conspiracies ever. This new conspiracy theory, which is wonderful, which deals with Taylor Swift, Joe Biden, and they're throwing the Super Bowl. I don't really necessarily buy this, but I love this idea. And there's so much to explain. My friends, if there's any of you who have just joined us, and have never heard me before, I'm telling you right now, you have to know how I work. My mind, for the longest time, this is the way I see the world. There's two screens. I'm not exaggerating. The one screen on the left is what I'm seeing now. Driving or eating or talking or doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. That's the reality side. Talking to somebody, I'm figuring something out, whatever it is. That's what I'm doing. Then on the other side, the other split screen, is something that might pop out of nowhere. Maybe it's a thing I've been thinking about. Maybe it's a mole. Maybe it's a mole that I'm looking at. Moles fascinate me. Eric Weinstein is a genius, but he has these moles. There's not a keratoses. I don't know what they are, and I'm just saying, why wouldn't you get them cut off? This is what the man's talking about, gravitational quantum and everything. Why wouldn't you get those? What's going on? So this side of the screen I'm paying attention to, and the other one I'm thinking about something else. I just want to know. The whole Aaron Neville thing, that Oreo cookie, what is this? And then there's other things that are going on, and I'm just warning you about it. I'm just telling you. Today I felt very, very sad. I felt very, very sad for a couple of reasons. One is the great Brian Wilson, his wife, Melinda Ledbetter, she died. He's heartbroken. She was critical for him. After all he's been through, he's a genius. He met her, I think, in 97. I don't know what it was. He was buying a Cadillac. She sold him. Anyway, Brian Wilson is like a child. He's a child, and his wife died. I'm thinking, this is so horrible for him. This is so horrific. I've been thinking about this. Then I want to show you this. You're going to love this. This is my favorite. I got to make sure I cover everything up to an extent. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, here we go. I don't know if you can see it. Huh? I'm being very careful. I'm doing my... I know, but I got to show you this. Damn it, I want to show you this. This is so... How do I do this? Okay, here we go. Let me get all the pertinent stuff out. I don't know if you can see this. I got this. This is the Metro card. You can't really see this. This is when you use it to go through your. Okay, here is my. This is my favorite. I don't know if you can see this or not. Okay, I'm gonna cut this part. Senior citizen R. Huh? Oh, I love it. R. And somebody said, well, what is, this is terrible. Somebody said, what is the R for? I said, oh, retarded. He said, what? I said, I found out I can get an even bigger discount. And they said, can you do this? I said, nobody asked. And I was dead serious. I said, I said, I'm surprised. I said, I didn't think they even use this term retarded anymore. I said, but apparently this in New York, you get all kinds of benefits if you have that R. And I was dead serious. I said, it's mine. I mean, I'll tell you what, a lot of people taking advantage of, ginning the system, playing the system. Well, what's wrong with that? So you got the R. I'm going to get on my license tag. I get special parking. And I'm not crazy about the word, but I was dead serious. And I thought to myself, that's kind of funny, sort of. But we can't say that because somebody said you can't use the word retarded, and I don't. But in the context of a story where I'm telling somebody a joke to shock them, which is a part of the joke, forget me trying to explain this to anybody. Does that make any sense to you? Are you following this? Because my mind is really going berserk tonight. It's really, I am just, so I'm warning you right now. I'm going to say something and I might be in mid-sentence more than usual. And that right screen might bleed in and I might say, I just thought of something. And I might change the subject. I might get tired of the subject. Say, let's talk about this instead. So I'm telling you, I'm warning you. If you have a hard time with this, please, now's the time for you to get out of here. Go someplace else. Watch. I don't know who. Maybe one of those mafia shows. Those interminable mafia shows. Dear God, how many are there? But listen, Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week. But this coming Saturday, dear friend, I'm going to be right here at the cutting room. Oh, my God. Getting my tux pressed. I got my guitar working on some songs and a couple of tunes just for you. And tickets are available, dear friends. I know this. Tickets are available. And also, operators are standing by. They're actually prison inmates who have been assigned. They have the R on theirs as well. Don't mess with me. I'm R. So there we have it. I've got this friend. Another subject. He's younger than me. He's like, I don't know, 63 or something. And I, when I hit 65, I love this. Everywhere I go, I want every discount. I want every discount. If we go to D'Agostino's on it's Tuesday, you get the 10% this, and I get the AARP, and I want to get. I love it because I think I'm the hippest 60. Anyway, make a long story short, but I love this decrepitude. I love this senescence. I love the fact that I have now entered, because up till now it was like, remember you were a teenager. Hey, Mom, I'm a teenager. This is great. I'm 13. I got a name. I'm a teenager. I'm a teen. Don't give me this tween shit. I'm a teen. I'm a teenager. 20. What the hell's 20? You're in your 20s. I'm 30. Middle age. They don't really have any kind of name. So think about it, once you hit 20, you don't have any distinction, old or whatever. But 65, senior citizen. Ta-da! You got the scarlet letter, R. That's me. I love this. So this friend of mine, he says, well, I'm an old man. I said, I'm older than you. What are you talking about? What does that make me? That age thing gets me going. A lot to talk about, my friends. Did you also see the other great news? Are you ready for this? Sit back. I'm warning you. I got a lot of stuff to say. So I just want to tell you, Brian Wilson is very sad about his wife dying. Brian Wilson is and was a genius. Pet sounds cannot be replicated at all. It cannot. Next, Daily Mail today was on fire. Here's a woman. Gender ideology tore our family apart. Montana parents lose custody of their 14-year-old daughter after refusing to let her transition to a boy. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm telling you right now, we've got a very serious problem in this country. It's called the law. I'm doing a Jerry Lewis thing for no particular reason. It is the lack of and the loss of parental autonomy, parental primacy. It is the end. It is the end of it. Do you hear what I'm saying? For somebody to say, you as a parent cannot have any say in what is being done to your child, to go through surgery that could be life-threatening forever. My God. It's I don't know. On this side of my screen, I see reality. On the other side, I'm going to be saying, what's next? This is an example, and I saw this years ago in my own particular work, when I saw families and people being destroyed by virtue of the fact that somebody along the line said that they were going to tell you how to raise your kids. Think about it. It's the most disgusting thing I have seen. Okay? Want to have some new news? Want to make some funny? How about this one? Let me ask you a question. And you don't give a damn about this, but I do. What the hell's going on with Kate Middleton? What is this all about? 2 weeks abdominal surgery? What the hell's going on? What is going on? I don't understand it. Inside Adelaide Cottage? What is going on? Whoa, wait a minute. Do you see where Suits is coming back? Do you hear that? This is the most incredible thing in the world. Suits is coming back. It's a very, very interesting thing. Because why? Because Meghan Markle was in it. And by the way, Suits, much like The Sopranos, is doing better now in syndication, or not in syndication, but online, than it did when it was on the air. Nobody even remembers it when it was on the air. How about that? And what happens to Meghan Markle? What happens to her when she did very good? Here we go. Lionel Richie bans one baby name for pregnant daughter Sophia Richie, but says he will leave final decision to the parents. What does this mean? I have no idea why did I even read this? I thought it said one. Forget it. Forget I read it. Who cares? Lionel Richie. Or as some people call me, Lionel. Where did this come from? I've got these people go, Lionel. Hello, Lionel. I said, it's Lionel. Rhymes with vinyl. What do you... Cops beaten by migrant crowd? There you go. Unbelievable. Here's one for you. How about this one? You ready for some new news? Ron DeSantis demands Ilhan Omar is thrown out of Congress and deported following a speech declaring the Shia Somalia first as she faces calls to resign. Ron, if that's your name, I know you're trying to be a tough guy. I know more than anything else you are trying your best to be a tough guy, to show the world how you know how you are going to be steadfast, whatever it is, blah, 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 blah. By the way, forgive me for this. I'm not using my regular camera. Normally my camera kicks in, and instead we got this stupid thing. Don't ask me. I'm not going to explain to you the specifics of this. How many of you wonderful people believe that Ilhan Omar has a First Amendment right to say Somalia first, Cuba first, Mars first, whatever it is, kick her out of Congress because she says that? Kick her out? Denaturalizer, remover. Come on. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, please, for the love of God, come on. Stop this. Stop this. Want to laugh some more? Let's laugh some more. Okay? Let's laugh some more, shall we? Oh God, we got so much great stuff. By the way, do you be honest with you? When you see Elon Omar and she's got that laugh and she's smirking, don't you just doesn't a part of your soul die? You know what I mean? Just doesn't it just kind of like, oh God, she has that smirk and the I just, dear God, for the love of God. Doesn't it make you say to yourself, please? She makes me sick, but she has a First Amendment right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that. I know people think it's a different story, but she has every right in the world to be as stupid as possible, to be inane, to be a fool, to be a jadrool. She has every right to do it. I'm sorry, dear friends, but it's true. Now, let me also ask you something. We haven't talked about this in a while, but I want you to hear me out. I believe in a couple of things. One of the things is I know you're going to lose your mind in the event you had to ever go a week. So you can't even imagine this without there being stores and food, and you can't. Be honest with me. That's out of your mind, isn't it? I mean, it's beyond the realm of it can't happen, right? You think that way. You think this. You think it can, right? Don't you think that? Don't you think that there's a part of you that says to yourself, you know what? I that can't happen here. That's other countries. That's no, right? Don't you feel that? Isn't that part of you that says, and that's this thing? It's like when people say, I'm not going to get sick. Why? Well, people in my family don't get sick. They live to be whatever. Oh, I can eat whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. They don't need this. I don't have to worry about stuff because I'm a different, right? Don't you feel like that? There's a reason why I'm asking is there's a story of a school, we'll talk about that soon, that decided to ban cell phones. And it made me think, can you imagine what that would be if there was no internet? No nothing. No 5G, no nothing. No nothing. A phone, no texting, no nothing. As you know, one of my favorite pastimes is to watch people being arrested. How I love it, like you cannot believe. I love to see people arrested. I'm just, well, there's something about bad people who take they're pulled over for something and then I just signed this. You go, hey bruh, you can't do that, bruh. I know my rights, bruh. And next thing you know, the person's going to prison, going to jail, and you're saying, what are you doing? But here's what freaks them out. Where's my phone? And they say, sir, you don't understand. You're going to prison. No. Or going to jail. Rather. Where's my phone? Where's your phone? Yeah, where's my phone? I don't have to give you your phone. What are you talking about? And they have this, I don't know what the word is, this idea. And I thought to myself, what would you do? I don't know what I would do. No phone. No, what if everything shut down? Just think about it. It shut down for a week. And there was no nothing. What would you do if something happened? China one day has enough of us. Iran has enough of us because they were talking about this a while back. And they fire off some EMP, electromagnetic pulse monster. Something that just absolutely does the trick. What would happen? What would you do? Think about it. What would you do if you all of a sudden you have no access? Think about, watch people walking, just staring at their phones constantly. And I do it too. You may do it too. Imagine what the world would look like if that happened. It will be something that I don't even know what to make out of it. It's just a thought of myself. What happens when there's complete and total riotous, when all hell breaks loose? What are you going to do? How are you going to protect yourself? If cops are being beaten up, what are you going to do? It's just a thought. Just something I want to share with you. That's all. Just this thought that just makes me wonder. Now, here's, you see this? Alec Baldwin, he has an arraignment date for February the 1st. Actor will appear virtually on involuntary manslaughter charges. Let me ask you a question about this. And again, it's my mind. I got one side of this and one side of that. Okay. This is the side I'm talking to you, but the other side keeps going on. Can you imagine what would happen if Ron Howard were doing a show, doing a set, doing something, and same situation, but it was Ron Howard, Martin Scorsese, Clint Eastwood, Robert De Niro? Do you know what would happen? What would happen would be there would be this absolute cacophony of people coming out in support of these folks. You would see people coming out of the woodwork to stand up for, Rob Reiner or whatever. The reason why nobody's doing this is that people hate Alec Baldwin. Doesn't that make you wonder? Doesn't it make you wonder, how is this even remotely possible? Why is nobody coming to the assistance, to the help of him? Why? Doesn't that fascinate you? Why has he been left out? Nobody, not unions, not people saying, hey, we got to stand up for him. Come on. This is our industry. We have to stand up for one of our own. Nothing. And the reason why I think it is because people can't stand him. It's just the thought. You want more good news? Not that that's good news, mind you, but you want more good news? I'll tell you some good news. I think this is kind of sort of funny. That's not funny. I shouldn't use a word. It's not funny. But this one made my day. Okay? Couple of them. First, Harvard's chief diversity officer is accused of plagiarism and taking credit for academic study by her own husband, weeks after President Claudine Gay was forced to quit. Now, let me ask you something. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna say this in a nice way, and I'm gonna say this in a way that is not meant that nobody will take offense with. I'm going to try to. I'm going to just say something, and I'm going to do it in a way. If I said to you, just listen to me. If I said that there was a person who was a chief, if I said there was somebody who was a chief, diversity, whatever person, okay? What do you think would be the chance? Let me ask you this. Please don't take this the wrong way. Don't get upset. But if I were to bet you or ask you, was there any amount of money that you would bet? Is there any odds? And if I told you that there's a chief diversity officer, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion or integrity, or whatever, whatever the integrity or inclusion, whatever it is. What do you think would be the chance that that officer was white? What do you think? Anybody? Anybody? What do you think would be the chance of a diversity person being white? Anybody? Anybody at all? Would you like to take a chance on that one? Take a chance on me. Take a chance. Why is it? Please help me with this. I know this is a stupid question. And I know you're asking, it's like, I don't know what the hell why this is so different, Peter. Why must this go to a black woman or man or whatever who is in charge of diversity when the people who are in charge of the diversity are never diverse? Does this make any sense to you? George Len says, not a snowball's chance in hell. George, you are without peer, my friend. Honey, would you be so kind as to bring me my iPad? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. I'm not yelling. Don't say. I'm just gonna tell you one thing too. I had about a pound of Brussels sprouts today, and I can't promise if I'm gonna make it through the whole. I'm just telling you right now. They're wonderful. They're caramelized. It's kind of a Maillard sort of thing. But I'm telling you, I could hold up a bank right now by say, you give me the money or I'm going to pull my own finger. Okay. You got that? And they would gladly hand over whatever it was to me. Okay. Okay. All righty. Very, very odd. Okay. Let me go back to my story. Nope, that's not it. Where the hell is it? Oh, here we go. So here she is. Here she is. Bless her heart. There she is. The woman who is, oh, bless her heart. Here is this woman who was where is she? Ah, yes. Her name is Sherry Ann Charleston. And somebody apparently sent an anonymous letter, 40 instances of alleged plagiarism by Sherry Ann Charleston. There she is. Harvard University. Diversity, equity, integrity. And her husband, LeVar Charleston, he is the deputy vice chancellor for DEI at the University of Wisconsin, Madison. Now, I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't know what diverse is. What does that mean, diverse? What do we have? Well, and I find it very interesting that the people who themselves, without a doubt, and I'm sorry, I'm just making an observation. Please, if I'm wrong, for the love of God, please correct me. I miss John McGuire, who wrote, what to do if you don't already have a crew lines up. I recommend you start making friends with your neighbors. Ah, yes. This is, of course, in the event of some type of a catastrophic event. Oh, I agree with you. But a lot of people, if we were to ask right now, they don't even know the names of their neighbors. Stand by for 1 second. We're going to get to this in a moment because, my friends, I want you to listen to this careful plan. In the event you do, if you are in the throes, of some form of catastrophic absence of food, you're going to want to have to listen to our friends at preparedwithlionel.com. 2024, as I have stated and predicted, will be contentious, scary, and promises to blow your mind. It'll make 2023 look like a walk in the park because the folks who run the show live for chaos and instability and panic. Your panic. Now, many of our problems could be solved overnight, but that defeats the purpose. Destabilization and chaos, that's the name of the game. Now, if you can handle the truth, and I know you can, you need to visit my website, preparedwithlionel.com. Write this down, preparedwithlionel.com. You'll get $200 off a much needed and absolute best selling 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Now, listen carefully. This is the country's largest preparedness company. My Patriot Supply is your fighting chance at survival. And I don't use that word lightly, survival. Sealed inside 6 water-resistant buckets, these delicious meals, 22 varieties of tasty breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, you name it, last up to 25 years and provide over 2,000 calories per day. And we're talking 120 pounds of food. Eat right in emergencies with this 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. At this low price, you can get one for everyone in your family. Think about this. This is critical. So visit preparedwithlionel.com right now. Order by 3 p.m. for free same-day shipping. Prepare right now at preparedwithlionel.com. One more time. Go to preparedwithlionel.com before chaos ensues. I don't care about diversity. Sorry. I want excellence. I want excellence. I don't know where this came from. Anybody want diversity in the Super Bowl coming up? Is there going to be diversity? I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But all I know is it's a racket. And you know and I know 100%. Please show me. Is there any? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But is there a white person, a white male who actually is in charge of diversity? No. How can that be? How can diversity not involve diversity, as I call it, diversity? And you might say, why are you pronouncing it like that? Because I can pronounce it any way I want. Okay, here's another great one, another great story. Where is it? Oh, how about this one? Taylor Swift has involved and has inspired 24% of Gen Z to take interest in the Super Bowl, with even more rooting for the Chiefs because of her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. But 15% of Americans hate what the singer has done to the NFL. And what she's also doing is she's going to be signing up people for Biden. And you know what else is going to happen? They're saying right now, because of this sick conspiracy theory, they're actually saying this. Listen to what I'm saying. They're actually saying that they're going to throw this, that they're going to fix the game in order to send something her way. George says we could find instances of plagiarism more if given the time to research. On another note, I made grilled salmon with Brussels sprouts with dinner here. Brussels sprouts are wonderful. The cruciferous, they're wonderful. But when you ate as many as I did today, it's dangerous. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't want to go into detail. Let me ask you a question. Let's see how honest you are. Let me see. Let's see. If you had a warning on you as to a particular food that will make you musical, that will make you deadly, what would it be? Give me the name. Just put in something that you can say, whatever you do, don't give me this. Put it this way. If you and I had to drive cross country in a mini GT, one of those little cars, little tiny cars, what would be the one food you would want me never to give you on those long? Or maybe if you were in a scuba suit. Colonel Flag, onions. Quitcher says cabbage and turnips. Liz, baked beans. By the way, beans, I hate to tell you this, you probably don't know this. But beans are not, they are not, and of course, you know, I study this. Beans are not in any way, legumes or whatever, cellulose, do not cause flatulence, flatus, or anything like that. Believe it or not, what adds to rancidity, that fetid, feculent, room clearing, Times Square clearing, nerve gas, eye watering, lacrimating, deadly, maybe SBD or not. What is it? Is sulfur food, namely meat, protein, the decomposition of that. Now, in terms of the musicality, I'm not sure, but in terms of the deadliness, it is meat. Isn't this so wonderful? We may have to have perform an intervention, Lionel, with your obsession with sprouts or spouts, as you call them. Carly says green peppers, a fried egg sandwich. There's nothing wrong with it. Boiled onions, eggs, and beans. Just the name of that. Broccoli. Oh, someone says, WTF, what are you on about? Don't talk to us. Go away. We're having some fun. By the way, chitlins are pronounced chitterlings, just so that you know this. He's killing me, LOL. Boiled eggs. Migrants like a cocinera. Radishes. George says sulfur. He just cuts right. You understand this? Okay. Just want to share that with you. And somebody might say, what is he talking about? Is he talking about flatus? Am I hearing this right? What is going on here? Now, let me ask you this question. Do you think there's any chance of the NFL throwing a game in order to help Joe Biden? Do you believe there's any chance that Taylor Swift is one of the chosen few pulled in to be, to pull and to cajole and wheedle and lure the young people? Huh? Anybody? Any chance? I don't know about throwing a game, but I believe, as Cat Williams has said repeatedly, there is absolutely, positively, 100% the absolute fact, a fact that they have been, and she has been, this one of the shows, if you part of the group, the Rob Reiners and the Barbara Streisands and the Spielbergs and the Tom Hanks. Oh yeah, absolutely. Sell their soul. Think about that one. Now, I want you to hear this, which is very interesting. Where is the one to? Let me give you this story. This is one of my favorites as well. Cori Bush, the Fannie Willis of whatever it is. Cori Bush. Don't you love this? The DOJ is looking into Cori Bush. Isn't that something? Democratic DOJ confirmed that the DOJ is investigating her campaign's spending on security services. Since before I was sworn into office, I have endured relentless threats to my physical safety and life. But you want to cancel the police and defund them? But you want us not to have any? I mean, I don't understand. Why don't you do what we do? You want us to be defunded. She says, as a rank and file member of Congress, I am not entitled to personal protection by the House and instead have used campaign funds as permissible to retain security services. Bush says she is fully cooperating. Justice Department declined to comment. The St. Louis Democrat says that she retained her now husband. This is Fannie Willis. She retained her now husband as part of her security team and claims he is able to provide services at or below market rate. Congressional ethics rules for members of House of Representatives permit family members to be paid from campaign funds for bona fide services so long as the payments do not exceed fair market value. Now you know and I know what this is about. Come on, man. Come on, man. George Lennon said, Pfizer and Bud Light commercials, they need help. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Who's going to be the big singer this year? Do we know? Yeah. Usher. That's old hat. Who would you pick right now? Who would you pick? Who right now? I'm asking you. Who would you pick? Anybody you want, preferably alive. I don't want to do any. But who would it be right now? Anybody you want for the Super Bowl? Who would it be? Anybody? Dragon Force. Oscar Goldman. He's there. He's over there. Taylor Swift. What are you, nuts? Even she's not doing this because she's going to be in the stands and. Right. There's a lot of press. Will she show up? And is he going to sing? Right. And is he going to propose to her? Huh? Willie Nelson, the Cowsills. Very good. Ghislaine Maxwell. That's very funny. By the way, the Cowsills, believe it or not, there were 3. Susan and the other 2 guys. We saw them at the cutting room. They are excellent. They are, and Susan Cowsill, her solo album, fantastic. Absolutely. Get any of them. She is incredible. Incredible. Anyway, there's some other news. I'm just throwing the headlines at you my way. I'm kind of in a headlining news feel tonight. I'm in a weird kind of feel. Hang on. Where the hell am I? Where in the hell am I? Hang on a minute. Just a second. Okay, here we go. Oh, this one I'm going to tell you about, which I don't know about you. I am so tired of Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly, the queen of no shit obviousness. Pardon me. Megyn Kelly slams E. Jean Carroll verdict and says mainstream media fawning over her will hand Trump the election. That is the most stupid thing in the world. It's not going to hand him the election. Who is Megyn Kelly? I mean, was this a deal? It must be. Must be. You make a deal. How much does it cost you to go and do? She slams. Oh, I know. Low hanging. They're on the ground. The Boys actress Erin Moriarty quits Instagram after Megyn Kelly accused her of being obsessed with plastic surgery. And what? For the love of God. This is the most important. Anyway, I'm going to read this one story to you. I cannot handle any Israel Palestine tonight. I cannot. If you can't see what that is, okay? By the way, Meghan Markle's Suits or co-stars are going to reignite reboot rumors. Suits is terrific. But no Meghan Markle. I know you don't care about this. I recognize you don't care. Don't think for a moment that I think, okay, that you care about this. Look at this story. This is an exclusive from the Daily Mail. I'm just giving you this one. Sports Illustrated swimsuit star Brooks Nader whisks her sister Grace Ann to London for vacation after she was dumped by her White Sox player boyfriend of 7 years during Aspen trip. What the hell kind of story is this? Here's the one for you. You're going to love this. Oh, God. You ready for this? You want to puke? You want to puke? Huh? Do you want to become projectile emetic? Swear to God, blonde bombshell in the Big Apple. Ivanka Trump goes full glam as she poses in a chic all beige ensemble during quick trip to New York City. Get me the emesis basin, okay? Give me the bait. I'm going to vomit. I'm going to. Okay. Here's another one too. Woman 22 candidly reveals why she's refusing to unplug her drug addict mom after an overdose left her on a ventilator with limited brain activity, despite knowing that she will have to care for her for the rest of her life. And she's doing it kind of in a. I'm going to stop right now. This is bread and circuses. Do you ever get the impression that we have just all lost our mind? Do you ever feel like you're the only person walking around who knows what's going on? I do. I swear to God. I feel like I'm the only, but I swear. Let me ask you a question. Ready for this? You're going to laugh at this. You're going to laugh at this, but I'm going to tell you this anyway. And you're going to laugh and you're going to say, what the hell is he talking about? You're going to say, what the hell is he talking about? And I'm going to say, I don't care. Here's my question. I told you this the other day. I know app filters. Who cares? I don't have an app filter. I don't care anything about that. The other day I saw a picture of somebody who I swear to God, I said, who is this, an old picture? No, it's this is from the other day. Who's that? That's so and so. This woman dropped maybe 50 pounds with these filters, these apps. Let me ask a question. Number one. Let's assume I say I want to change the way I look. You got a problem with that? No. It's a free country, right? Of course it is. I want to look black because I think black people look better. I like black skin tone. I like black features. I like negritude. That's what I want to be. But I'm stuck with this. So if this one can drop 50 pounds, remember the old days? Remember the skinny arm pose? Remember that one? Remember when people would do this? Remember this? Remember this? It took everybody. Remember this one? Remember this one? Come on, you remember this? All of a sudden, it's like, why are people standing like this? All of a sudden, hey, I'm at the end and I'm doing this arm pose. What do you? It's like a lat spread, like you look like Dorian Yates doing a lat spread. Well, this makes me look. My arms look thin. No, they don't. Why are you doing that? Well, that's what everybody does. All right. So now, because of these filters, took care of that. Okay. So what if I made myself look black? Is that blackface? Yes or no? Is that blackface? Edge Dweller says, they've come to take me away, I say. Thank you, Edge. I appreciate that. Is it? Would I be allowed to do? I'm dead serious. If a person that I know, let me ask you this, can lose 50 pounds, I'm going to ask another question. Do you see anything wrong, ethically, legally, morally, whatever it is, if all of a sudden I say, I want to be taller? I want to be 6'2". I've got this app that makes me stand a foot taller than most people, or almost. Would anybody do that? Would that be allowed? Would somebody say, hey, now this isn't going to be prohibited by law, but there would be enough of kind of hey, you can't do that. Like almost like a social. Would that ever be allowed? And ladies, let me ask you a question. Let's assume you're in my picture, okay? And I'm not crazy about you. And I take my lens and I add about 30 pounds to you. And I post a picture of all of us, let's say at the wedding, but you're 30 pounds heavier, 35, maybe 50. Is that a deep fake? Would you have a cause of action? I'm dead serious. Is that, listen to what I'm saying. Imagine you're in the E. Jean Carroll. Is that defamation? Is this a misrepresentation of fact with the intent to deceive that causes you ignominy and shame? Is it? Does it? Think about this. Because there is a new thing right now that they're talking about, deep fakes and this Taylor Swift deep fakes. And I wouldn't be surprised if she put the fakes out herself. Not that I'm saying she did it, but I wouldn't be surprised. What happens if I decide to use my app ability to, dare I say, confound others? Oh gosh, you know what I'm saying. Think about this. What would you do if somebody said, hey, I don't look like that. Sorry. This is my version of what it looks like. Think about this. You think I'm kidding? Do you think I'm kidding? Do you think this is beyond the realm of a lawsuit? Do you think this is beyond the realm of somebody asking for some kind of weird rules that say you can't do this? This is kind of like an invasion of privacy or something? I've thrown more questions at you tonight, and many of you just sit there and you're saying, huh? Use your head. Think about it. And by the way, tonight when you're in your bed and you're on your pillow and you're thinking of what I'm saying, you're going to say, you know what? That's a great question. You know what really helps you think on your pillow? A My Pillow. All right, my friend. It's time to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. I know, a free gift. It's a tautology, so sue me. But listen carefully. What are we talking about? Giza Dream Bed Sheets, My Pillow 2.0, sheets, slippers, percales, towels, quilts, bedspreads, mattresses, mattress covers, mattress toppers, linens, kitchen towels, bathrobes, name it. Items to help you luxuriate and relax. Think about it. And they're monster sellers right now. Listen to me. Slippers. My slippers. Think about it. What do they do with My Pillow? They make things real soft and plush and comfy. How perfect. And when they apply that genius to slippers, look out. Look out. Look at the specials right now, but only if you use promo code Lionel. So go to mypillow.com/Lionel. Solid disproverbial. mypillow.com/Lionel or call 800-645-4965. Call right now and watch how fast Mike answers the phone. mypillow.com, the best. All right, dear friends. So remember, what have we learned tonight? Diversity officers are never white. We've also learned the scam of Cori Bush. We've learned that nobody is coming to help Alec Baldwin. Isn't that interesting? We've looked at the notion of maybe tampering with what is and is not acceptable by virtue of applications in the life. We talked a little bit about Brian Wilson. We talked about today. I think I did a most moving piece on the absolute horror, that is the E. Jean Carroll. Did you happen to catch her appearance on Rachel Maddow? It was disgusting. Disgusting. Hey, Rachel, we're going to get you shoes. Rachel, have you ever seen Rachel Maddow? She wore sneakers and it doesn't, it's a free country, but the point, it was just pathetic. And you've got her lawyers there kind of laughing. It was disgusting. And that's not going to get Trump reelected. Okay. It's not going to get him reelected. But I wish, if there were a God, that there would be some form of right-wing groups of people who would put together some form of montage, if you will, to completely illuminate and let the whole world know just how horrible and how terrible these people are. Also, anybody believe still that they're planning on rolling out Michelle Obama? You know, you're going to be hearing that. Megyn Kelly said that. She's jumping on the bandwagon. It's only been said up. Huh? She copies what people say. She's on a. There's. I don't. She must go to the same PR person that Ivanka Trump says, hey, look at this. I'm out there with my beige. You're a Ivanka, you're a star now? You're a starlet? Is that it? What have you done? I don't understand this. What have you done? You can say, well, it's a congressman, this is an actress, she's a musician, this is a painter. What have you done? You're the daughter of the former president. Uh-huh. I mean, it's sad. It's like, oh, hey, I can see Ivanka telling Jerry, you're not going to believe this. I walked outside to catch a breath of air in my my beige ensemble, and lo and behold, there's a photographer from the Daily Mail. Can you? How in the hell? Bread and circuses, baby. Bread and circuses. Let me tell you something. Let me thank you. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for this. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you. Thank you for your just say thank you. You're okay in my book. Some of you demented. Edge Dweller, thank you. George Lenz and John McGuire couldn't get higher. Thank you as well. George Lenz, looking through that lens, looking through that prism, seeing things that only he can. Why? Because he's demented, but in a good way, as we all are. All right, dear friends, tomorrow we will be with you at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Not 8. 10. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, yeah. Hello. Imagine you're in a movie theater. And I'm right behind you. And right behind your ear, you want to see people jump like Dealey Plaza, back and to the left. I mean, it looks like a kill shot. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget also to follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Sign up. Great, great, great video that she has. And also make sure you go to Twitter. Follow her at Lynn's, Lynns _ Huh? I just said that. YouTube at Lynn's Warriors. And Twitter, I was going to say, honey, I was going to tell you, Lynn's Warriors, Lynns _ Warriors. All right, dear friends, have a great and a glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And until tomorrow, remember these words. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da-da.